is up, my friends? We are back for another Wednesday comic book haul video, this time for October 3rd, 2018. It's October already. I cannot believe it. Time is flying, for sure. This is your first time coming through the channel. Thanks for stopping by, giving the channel a shot. I hope you see some things that you like. If you do, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. If you like the vibe of the video overall, do all of those things. I love chatting with people and talking comic books, so hit me up and don't be shy. Especially if you subscribe, let me know you subscribed and I will thank you personally. It's the least I can do, I assure you. Current subscribers, thank you for always hanging out with me week in and week out. I appreciate you all. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments very soon. I'll get right into the comic book haul. I just want to say that, as most of you know, I went to Baltimore with my lady last weekend for Baltimore Comic Con, and I will tell you all about that at the end of the video. But before we get into that, I want to make sure we do the comic book haul. So stick around at the end and we'll talk about Baltimore Comic Con and all the great things that happened. First we have Cosmic Ghost Rider issue number 4. Cosmic Ghost Rider has been a fantastic title. I've been loving every issue, especially the first. I want to say the first. Yeah, the first was a really good time. So I've been continuing to read this, as many people have, and we all seem to be enjoying it. I don't hear many bad things about this title at all, so grab it if you can, if you're into that type of thing, and let me know what you think about it if you're currently reading it. This is the A cover, and we also have the B cover, the Battle Lines cover. I'm trying to grab all of these covers. They've been on my pull for about 2 months to a month now. I ordered them a while ago, so I don't really remember. But I'm trying to grab as many as I can. They look really, really good. And I'm kind of a completist when I want to be. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Great covers. This is no exception. Glad to have it. Next up, we have Doctor Strange issue number 6. This is the B cover. Again, Battle Lines cover. Great, great cover. Glad to have it. I've been looking forward to grabbing this one in particular, so glad it's finally here. There are a few that I really want, and that's one of them. Champions. This is issue number 25. This again is a B cover. Most of the Battle Line covers, if not all, are B covers. Great cover. Next up, we have Weapon H, which is a really good cover. Liking this one a lot. And this is number 8. Another really good one. One of my favorites. This is for Deadpool issue number 5. Really, really nice cover. Love the coloring. Love the art. Great cover. Let me know if you're grabbing those too. I'm not sure how popular they're going to be, but I'm making sure I grab copies. Next up, Tony Stark, Iron Man number 4. This is the C cover. Really cool cover. One of my shops I went to only had one. I don't think the other shop I went to had any. I'm not sure. It might have been, in someone's box, for all I know. But one shop had one to give, so I grabbed it. DC is up next, and we have Harley Quinn, number 51, the B cover by Frank Cho. Great cover. Love the coloring on this. It looks really good on cam. I try to grab Frank Cho whenever I can. My shops are kind of hit or miss on these, so I think I missed the last 2, if not 2, at least 1 for sure. But I was able to grab this one, so I'm a happy camper, because I don't see many of these around anymore. Love Frank Cho's work. Adventures of the Super Sons, issue number 3 of the 12 issue maxi series. And somehow, some way, I ended up with 2 copies. I believe it's on my pull box at one, or in, on my pull box at one shop, and at the other shop I just grabbed it, thinking, totally forgetting it was on my pull list. So 2 copies, there it is. I'm not mad. I love the Super Sons. Can't wait to read it. This run has been pretty interesting. One of the great covers of the week, this Batman 56 foil cover looks really, really good. Really, really good. So, glad to have that. I initially was going to pass on it, just seeing it online, but I saw it in person and had to grab it. I also grabbed the B cover by Mr. Mattina, who does not disappoint. He has been on fire. Love his work. This is a great cover. Love the way that Nightwing is drawn and colored. Great issue. Or great cover, I should say. I haven't read it. And we go right back to Mattina with Deathstroke number 36. One of the covers I was really looking forward to this week. It sold out on Midtown, and I was able to grab one. I only saw one today, and it was for me. So glad to have that one. This one is sick. One of those ones you don't know why you like, but you like it kind of thing. So there's that. Batman, The Max, Arkham Dreams. This is the D cover by Jim Lee. Great, great cover. The story is written by John Layman, and the artwork is done by Sam Keith. So, there you have that. Great cover. Last but not least, for DC, Justice League, issue number 9. The Jim Lee pencil variant. I missed out on the Joker variant. Everyone was at, well, a lot of people asked me about it. Where's the Joker? Because I've been grabbing a lot of these pencil variants, but someone snatched it before I could grab it. So, not actually snatched it while I was there, but had it in their box. Already had it pulled for them. So, I hope they enjoy it. You win some, you lose some. I'm not mad at all. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So, I was able to get this one, and I believe that Aquaman will be the next pencil variant, and that comes out in about 2 weeks. So if you're into these, keep an eye out for that. Great cover. Jim Lee's a rock star. We all know this. Image is up next, and Image had a really, really big week, at least from my standpoint, because I grabbed a lot of their number ones. Well, few of their number ones. There's a lot going on from Image this week is what I'm trying to say. So first up we have Die, 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 issue number 3. I'm sure a lot of you have been looking forward to this one. Die, Die, Die has been very, very popular since it came out. Since it jumped onto the scene, surprising everyone that one fateful Wednesday a few months ago. It's been a great time, great read. So if you haven't given it a shot, make sure you do so if you're into this type of stuff. I noticed that they're doing the same thing that they did with issue number 1, where there's multiple variants, some with speech bubbles, and then the speech bubbles, the content of those, the wording changes based on which variant you get. And as you can see here, some variants don't have any speech bubbles. So I did not go crazy like I did the first time and grab all of them, 2 copies in some instances and all that good stuff. I just grabbed one. I saw 3 different variants, but I only grabbed one. That's not to say I won't grab more in the future, But as of right now, that's all. This is all I have. So can't wait to read it. I will hopefully get to it tonight. So I'm trying to get this video done a little early so I can start reading, because I haven't read anything in about a week. So I'm a little behind, to say the least. Next up, Walking Dead, issue number 184. And this is the Princess cover. Really nice cover. I've been grabbing all of these covers that have been coming out. I'm surprised that they've been, that it's lasted so long. I know they have enough characters to do it. I'm just surprised that it's been going on for so long. And I'm surprised that there's not more hype around it. But I guess that's because they're printing so many of them. So I just make sure to have my copy, because I really like the artwork that's being done with these. So not reading the story whatsoever, strictly grabbing this for the art. Popular item today, popular story today, title, Blackbird, issue number 1. Cannot wait to read this one. I'm hearing great things about it already, so I'm glad I picked up a copy. And that is the A cover. And I also have the B cover by Fiona Staples, which looks really, really good. It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, with the coloring, that neon lighting and stuff like that. That was a great game. Miss those days sometimes. Blackbird, issue number 1. Here we have Dead Rabbit, number 1. The A cover. I didn't see any of the B covers around. I would have loved to grab one, but I didn't see any. So maybe this weekend, next weekend, something like that in the near future, I'll be able to get my hands on one. But I can't wait to read this one. Love the description of the story. So it's on at the top of my reading list as of right now. And as you know, I try to grab number 1s whenever I can, because we never know what they turn into. A lot of times things get, TV deals and movie deals and things like that, and then prices shoot up, which I think is really cool. Not that I'm that, a flipper or anything. I haven't sold one book, but I just think that's cool to be a part of that, to have a first copy and then it hits the, the theaters or something. So here we have Juke Joint, number 1. I've heard a lot of hype about this one. People seem to be excited about this one coming out. That's no exception. I'm no exception. I'm really excited about this one. Can't wait to read it. Bloody, brutal, beautiful, and badass. A story of justice carved across your skin with a weeded claw. So there's that. And that's by the New York Times. Can't wait to read this one. This is the A cover. So I'm all about creepy. This cover looks creepy. So it's a win-win for me. The Magic Order, issue number 4, the A cover, and the C cover. The Magic Order has been a great read. Many people have been loving it, myself included. Can't wait to read issue number 4. I've been keeping up with these with no hesitation. I make sure to read these. I love the story. I really loved issue number 1 so much I think I should go back and read it again. I definitely loved the last page of that book. It was fantastic. It had a nice twist, and that's what really, sparked my interest. So there you have it, my friends. That's this week's comic book haul. Hopefully you saw some things in there that you liked. And if you did, please be sure to give a video a like, share, subscribe, comment, chat with me. Tell me what you're reading. Tell me what I should have grabbed. I love talking about, what people are reading. That's, a lot of why I do this, to share that type of information. I've had a few people reach out to me and let me know the recommendations that I've given have been well received by them, and we kind of chat back and forth about, books we like and things like that. So I really love that when you let me know what you like, that you read, that I recommended. So be sure to chat with me in the comments. I'm always here and available to talk. So look forward to hearing from you all. So now we can get into the Baltimore Comic Con experience. First time for me and my girlfriend. It was great. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we had an amazing time in Baltimore. The artists, the writers, the crew, CGC was great. The people, just interacting with people. I met a lot of nice comic book collectors, mainly standing in the CGC line since I spent most of my weekend doing so. I met a lot of really cool people. Like I said, standing in line for CGC and standing in line waiting to get artist signatures and just meet artists. So I definitely want to shout out my boy, Carolina Chris. I met him there. He's been fantastic. And I just love making those connections with people that are enthused about comic collecting. I don't have many people to talk to about comic collecting around my way, so it's always fun to interact with people that are as enthused about comics as I am, and not necessarily the same kind of comics that I am. And that's how we, venture off into different titles and things like that, by people being so enthused about what they read that they kind of pull you in. So I love that. Shout out to Carolina Chris. Shout out to the other guys that I met that were awesome. I didn't exchange names with everyone, but if we were hanging out, you know who you are. Hit me up in the comments, and I'll definitely talk to you. Can't wait to hear from you guys. You all were awesome. So, as far as the con experience goes, I went there mainly for Terry Moore. He was a big reason that I got into comics. He was the first book. His Motor Girl was the first book that I read and enjoyed based on a recommendation from a guy at my local comic book shop. So Terry's work started all this for me, and I made sure to tell him that and to thank him for the awesome job that he's done. Just being him and, being a really cool cat. He was a humble guy. He was very pleasant to chat with. I can't say enough good things about him. I loved meeting him, and I definitely told him he's the reason why I'm in the books now. So I really, really, really liked Terry Moore. So I also got to meet Tom King, who after Terry Moore is like right next in line. I read his book, Batman Elmer Fudd, the book that he did with Lee Weeks. I actually got to meet both of them. Tom King was super cool, very humble, very sweet guy. I actually had him sign some things for me, as I did Lee Weeks and Terry Moore. So you'll keep an eye out for those things coming back through CGC. I'm really excited about those. I had about 17 books submitted, 3 of which I have right now because I did on-site grading. So I'll show you those in a second. Just be patient. I also met Frank Cho. He was cool. Got him to sign something for me. Clayton Crane was an awesome cat. Got him to sign something for me. Jenny Frizen, she was spectacular. Very sweet lady. I loved meeting with her and interacting with her. I love her work, as many of us do, especially the work that she's been doing lately with, or for a while now, for Wonder Woman. So it was just nice to see them in person and interact with them and have good conversations. So I thank them for spending time with me and chatting with me and signing things. Not everyone signed things for free, which I understand and I totally get. I know that they think that people are just going to go online and sell things, so I understand that wholeheartedly. So some did sign things for free and some didn't, but I totally get that. I know a lot of people just look at them as like, money. So I understand that they have to do what they have to do. Everyone was very nice about it, about signing things and personalizing things for me, because that's what I wanted, because I'm not really, like as I said earlier, a flipper. And I like things because they speak to me art-wise and things like that. So, again, not enough good things to say about all those people. I met a lot of really cool artists that signed, or not signed, who did work in Terry Moore's, shouldn't say Terry Moore's, but Baltimore Comic Con's yearbook this year, which was celebrating Terry Moore's Strangers in Paradise 25th anniversary. And here's the VIP edition. So there were a lot of artists who contributed to this book, adding artwork based on his characters. And we had to go around, didn't have to, but we went around for a scavenger hunt in order to get 20 or more signatures that then allowed you to get extra prints. So It gave us an opportunity to go see other artists that we wouldn't have probably seen normally. You know, just walking around, we got to interact with them and get their signatures and just have have good dialogue with a lot of different artists. So I appreciate everyone who signed this book for me. It's greatly appreciated. I don't take that for granted, and I love spending time and chatting with new artists and seeing what they had going on. So that's that. Here are a few of the prints that I was able to get by having, you know, 20 or more signatures. I think I got just 20. Stand up. Some of these are in the book and some are not, it seems like. Or maybe I missed their pages. Really cool stuff. I got Neil Adams to sign his page in the book. He was a really cool guy to talk to. And he had a really nice page in the book too, as well, as many people did. And I posted some of those pages that I got signed up on the new channel Instagram. Grab those keys. So check it out if you're on Instagram. I posted a lot of, I won't say a lot, but some pictures from Comic Con, and hopefully you enjoy those and decide to follow me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that channel, but I have one now. Whatever I do, it'll be comic book related. I also have to shout out my buddy Sam from CGC. He was awesome. They were mobbed Friday, Saturday, a little bit Sunday, but all of them handled it very well. They were very professional in dealing with the masses. They just you know put their head down and just kind of kept it moving, doing great work for us, all of us savages who wanted all of our books graded, you know, right then and there. So they did a great job. Sam is an awesome dude, and the staff overall for CGC was fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about them. They helped me out so much and made my first CGC experience great. I wanted to do the whole thing, the whole experience, so I did on-site grading, I did signature series stuff, and I have stuff being mailed back to me, just regular Blue Label. So I spent a lot of time, as many people did, in that line Friday, Saturday, and Sunday getting things graded. So thanks again to Sam and the rest of the CGC crew. And there's a picture of us up on my Instagram, so make sure you check that out. A book I was looking for a long time locally and couldn't find, I found at the Comic Con, which is why these things are really good to go to. My girlfriend helped me out with this because I don't really carry cash on me, and I did it specifically for this event, so I didn't spend too much other than what I was intending to spend with CGC. So when I came across this, I had to have it, and she definitely helped me out with this. And it was a great price, so it wasn't like, you know, anything astronomical, but I appreciate her. She was a trooper. She hung in there with me each day, helping me out when I wanted to get things signed. She went to the booths of the different artists to make sure they were there, because CGC won't take you unless you know that the artist is there. So we kind of tag team the situation in that aspect. And I don't have any, you know, I can't say enough good things about her. She's my everything. We are definitely a great team, and this weekend showed it. But here we have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, issue #1. Fantastically clean cover, if you've ever seen one. I should have got this graded while I was there, but I'll put it away in a nice dark place in a shell until next year, and I'll break it out and get this graded. I really love this cover, so I'm glad to finally have it, and for a great price. So there's that. Thanks again to my lady for helping me out with that. Also, part of the VIP package, we received copies of Faith, Dreamside, and the Lollipop Kids. And these are both Baltimore Comic Con exclusives. Great covers. I don't read any of these stories or any of these things, but I may, now that I have them. I don't see why I wouldn't, but I never got into Faith, and I don't know anything about the Lollipop Kids, but I'm always open for the chance to read something new. And we each got a copy, so I have 2 copies of each. I want to bring this one to the attention of some people. Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't, but we got a really good explanation of this book, Niobe, which is part of a series of other books. But if you haven't heard about this one, look it up, give it a shot, and let me know what you think. I haven't started reading it yet, but based on the description that was given to us while we were there at Baltimore Comic Con, this seems like something that's right up our alley. So I just wanted to put it on the radar of others. And if you like it, let me know. So I believe that's it as far as everything else goes besides CGC. So let's get right into this now. I have 3 books that I had graded on site. I submitted them Friday morning and got them back Sunday afternoon on my way out. And let's do this. Avengers number 675. Acuna sketch cover. First appearance of Voyager, Valerie Vector. One of my favorite covers. One of the covers I'm surprised I have. And it is graded at a 9.8, my friends. I was trying my best not to see the grades. I didn't look online as they were processing them. And when I went up to pick them up, I had to see them as they were showing me what I submitted, just to make sure that I had what indeed I submitted. So there's that. Next, we have Spider-Man number 2, issue number 1, Nelson variant cover, Armadillo and Taskmaster appearance. Let's see. There we go. Another 9.8, my friends. Great cover. I've had this one for some time now. It was in a frame, actually, that I had to break open, deconstruct to get it out, because I really wanted to have this one graded. So there's that. At a 9.8, I could not be happier. And last but not least, something my lady wanted me to take, and something I knew I was going to take. I actually have 3 copies because I knew I wanted to have this graded at some point, and I actually still have one in a poly bag. This is X-Men Gold number 30, Campbell variant, J. Scott Campbell variant, B cover, Wedding of Gambit and Rogue. At a 9.8, my friends. 3 for 3. I couldn't be happier. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the haul. I hope you enjoyed the Baltimore Comic Con recap. It was a very nice time. I think the first day I had my shirt on, grabbed those keys, and that was a fun time, just walking around with that. So if you saw me with that, if you saw a guy with a grab those keys shirt, it was me. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you liked the video. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Chat with me in the comments. Can't wait to hear from you. Now get back out there and grab those